do it.
Why is my stream not showing?
I can see you wandering around with the mouse.
Yeah, it's alright. It's because I've popped the... 1 second. There we go. Sorry, that was my fault. Having some technical issues tonight because I'm tired.
Dear oh dear, dear oh dear. Yeah, hello everybody and welcome to another episode 28.
It is 28, Dom.
Dom and Dom, Sit and Talk and Hobby. Welcome. So today Tom is on autopilot. He may be going mad. We will find out. But we're going to talk a bit of the new rules that have been announced. Core rules, aura abilities, etc. I thought that knew by now, but to be fair, it's not even official yet, is it, Tom? So
not really, no. It's all a bit hearsay-ish at the moment until we get the official paper in our hands.
Exactly. And of course, we'd like to know what you guys are hobbying. So, Tom, what are you hobbying tonight?
Right, well, I finished a lot of my Sisters of Battle stuff the other week, so I am now squarely back on Templars. Specifically Assault Intercessors at the moment. That is my current focus. So this is actually my pretty much done one.
Nice.
Hide my face. Yeah, so I'm just working on that. It's a lot of edge highlighting to go now because I've done a lot of the main colour areas and that kind of stuff. So it's edge highlighting, lots of greys and stuff onto the black armour to make it all look a bit nicer. And then, because basically, I've got an Apocalypse going next week.
Who are you playing?
Some guy on this stream. He's alright. He can be a bit weird sometimes.
It's going to be fun, mate. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too, actually. It's been a nice thing to actually do some stuff over the weekend that I want to do.
So, just before the stream, myself and Tom we were just discussing that we are going to play with the current rules. So that means that all our Marines will, well, not all our Marines, classic Marines and Chaos Marines will have 1 wound. Primates will have 2. We'll also obviously keep the weapon stats the same as they currently are, and the aura abilities as well. But we were just saying about the, it's a lot of speculation at the moment, isn't it, Tom?
Yes.
So, yeah, we're going to keep what we know. We're not going to kind of go down rumour mill and make a complete hash of it. We're going to go with the rules we know and love-ish.
But I take it everyone can hear us okay, because I've got a warning up saying the audio stream's a bit low. Just before we carry on, just say hello or yes, we can hear you. Just want to make sure.
Yeah, it's working fine.
It is okay, good. Just checking.
Yeah. Cool. My hobby tonight, I am working on. I'm glad you asked, Tom. Working on some Chaos Space Marines.
Yes, what are you working? I'm terrible tonight, mate. I'm so sorry.
So I'm doing the last of my Shadow Spear lot. So I've got my bits pile like over here that you may or may not be able to see. Doing some little bits I can add in here to make them look a little bit more spicy. And I might be doing some Necrons later, but at the moment I'm having a break from Necrons. Because essentially I want to get this Apocalypse game done, sorted, and then concentrate a bit more.
See what I mean? He doesn't really want to play. He just wants it out of the way.
Nah, we already know who's going to win.
Yeah, me again. What is the current standing? Is it 1 apiece and a draw or something, isn't it?
I think it is 1 apiece and a draw.
Yeah,
so
I'm pretty sure it is as well.
And we don't rig these, by the way. They don't come out that we go, oh, Tom, you have to win this
You have to win this one.
Unless Tom's had a horrible losing streak. Yeah. Be like, Tom, you need to win this
I'm going to take 6,000 points off my army to make sure you win this one.
It just ends up that way, which is kind of weird. Maybe we subconsciously do it. So what's everybody in the chat working on tonight?
Yeah, let's see what all you guys are getting up to. And also, while you are telling us that, here is a link to Discord. If you haven't joined us already, please come along. It's been enjoyable still chatting to you guys throughout the week. I haven't done a lot of interaction this week, but that's down to personal circumstances. So I'll be more active soon, hopefully. Oh, waiting for it. Come on. Come on.
What you all been doing? Come on. Share with the group.
Oh, Orange experimenting still. Yeah, we saw some. It's still citrus hell. Dreadnoughts, D&D models, Blood Angels there, some Necrons. Okay. Nice.
Nice selection.
We've got a good amount of varying locations of the 41st millennium going on. I'm doing a bit of double shaking here.
2 rhinos.
At once.
Pretty good going. Cool.
So yeah.
That's good.
Time
Blood Angels.
Dark Reaper.
I've been listening to the Devastation of Baal, and I'm enjoying it. I like it. I like to see the Blood Angels and Nid go full force against each other.
Have the demons turned up?
Kind of. They are on the horizon.
The Blood Angels allies.
Yeah. Well, all the Sons of Sanguinius are there, so it's not just the Blood Angels, but all the successor chapters are there as well. So.
Kieran is working on Malignant Plaguecaster.
Yeah, from the Marine Hero set.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. How much does that cost you, Kieran? 80 quid?
£6,000. Right.
We're not judging, Kieran. If it costs you £80, cool.
You just know that's what we'd all pay anyway.
Yeah.
If we really wanted a model. It's the way it rolls. 24. That's not too bad. That's pretty good.
Yeah. I'm looking for spare heads at the moment to put on my Chaos Marines in my bits box.
Ooh.
Not having much luck unless I want old Berserker heads.
That's all right. They'll be all right.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with old Berserker heads.
Do you mean the current? You mean the current ones, eh? I thought that's what they were.
Oh yeah, the current ones. Yeah. Oh, that's depressing thinking about it.
Because I am fairly familiar. Because Vicky bought obviously a Berserker set a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
A month ago now, actually, and she's been working on them. So a Typhus into a Blight Lord champion. Ooh, very nice. Good to see some conversion work. And obviously, if you've got anything you've got going on, you want to show it off to us. Pop it into our chats on Discord, and we can have a little look at it as well.
Yeah, we do enjoy it. So I'm going to put my bits box over here so I can get to chat a bit more. Yeah. So, topic of tonight then, Tom, that I'm sure it's been covered 1,000 times already on every other podcast and channel, but we haven't really talked about it too much. Although you did kind of actually get this before it broke, didn't you really, on our previous stream?
Yeah.
You said about the core keyword, so kudos to you, Tom. Well done for spotting that.
Indeedy. I think it's, from my point of view, I think it's actually quite a positive change for the hobby.
Yes.
Because I think we're going to get away from these ridiculous castles that keep going on at the moment. Well, actually, maybe not away from them, but they'll be in the right places.
Yeah.
You know, not sitting at the back next to a bunch of executioners going, "Oh, look at me! I am making these highly accurate tanks even more accurate."
By shouting at them and hitting the hole with a stick.
And hello, David Hamlet. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, I think it is a very positive thing, to be honest. Be interesting how it affects things, and possibly how it affects army. You know, obviously the elephant in the room is Marines. It's going to affect Marines more than most other factions. But there are other factions out there which are going to be affected, and it's going to be interesting because I think they're saying about Psychic Key is going to have a similar thing as well. So prescience, for instance, for Chaos, you may only be able to target certain units rather than everybody.
Which is fair enough, I suppose, depending on the unit.
Yeah, definitely.
I think this sounds like this is sounding like how they envisioned ninth to actually be once the codexes drop out, which is good because it means they did have some forethought. Although I think we had a discussion in chat that again it's a bit like, oh, look at them changing everything again just after releasing another edition.
Yeah, it's been quite a rough release. This.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, Kieran. Yeah, you mean like the Valric Space Marine Tau camping line? Yeah, exactly. So things are going to change. We're going to see how this now affects how not Marine, everyone plays. like I said, I was thinking through my armies I have, and it doesn't really affect us too much. Obviously, chaos. We have some things that affects with the synergy, probably with demons. Demons obviously have their little Lokis, and I don't think it's actually going to affect demons much, if at all.
No.
So I think obviously it will stop your characters re-rolling the charge, for instance, if you play Khorne. But your other troops and your cavalry and your
From my point of view, it doesn't affect me too much because I didn't really play in that manner anyway.
No.
Yeah, I've always been someone who prefers to get the characters up the field with their, with the combat units and things like that. So for me, actually, it's kind of like, well, I kind of that's how I'm going to play anyway. Really, I want my captain or leader to be at the forefront in a bit of danger. That's kind of how I've always played anyway. So for me, it's kind of like, well, whatever. It's very similar.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't really affect. I think particular people playing particular chapters, it's not really going to affect them too much. Yeah. But obviously,
Imperial Fists.
When you play, Imperial Fists is going to be quite a big one. But like other armies, for instance, like Guard, not really going to affect them too much. There's a couple of aura abilities they have there that I can think of. But generally, like the Regiment Tactic for Cadian is that if they remain stationary, they get to reroll ones. And that's a good thing, clearly. But generally, I don't think it's going to be that big a hit for most armies. It's probably just going to bring Marines down a slight notch, so everyone else has a bit of a fun time.
You'll probably see more, as David just pointed out. Kieran pointed out there. Obviously, I think you'll see something like maybe Tech Marines getting a bit more use if you want to buff tanks, because that's kind of where they should be used. Actually, that's kind of what I bought my Tech Marine for, to be fair, to sit with tanks, not to necessarily move forward, even though they can be quite nice in combat. It's kind of how I would envision them to sit and babysit tanks and vehicles and things like that. So I like it. Yeah. I like it. I personally quite like it.
And I'd quite like to see Guard have an element where Russ is almost a keyword. Because I think Russ is a very big part of the Guard army. Tech Marines, big mechs, etc. Warpsmiths. Be nice if they had that bonus on vehicles a bit more emphasised than currently. It'd be interesting. I think it's good. It's positive, very positive. No one's moaning about it that I know of. But someone is moaning about it.
There's some people probably crying in a dark room somewhere. Sort of going, I knew this was going to happen, but I can't say it out loud. I mustn't react to it.
There you go. I've got a word bearer head, 30k word bearer head.
You found one.
Yeah.
Does that make you feel a bit happier?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Gavin is always crying in the dark room. Apparently, well, clearly he's a closet Space Marine player there. What does everyone else think of the core changes in there? I think it's a good thing. I think it's going to change things for the better, or are you going to have to rethink your army a little bit and come up with a new solution? Although, to be fair, if many people are playing that many games, it's
no. And hopefully people can at least continue to play the number of games that they are at the moment.
Yeah.
Don't hold back, Mr. Blue. Don't hold back, Mr. Blue. The only people crying are the people that bought an Iron Hands photocopy army. I mean, that is quite a statement. However, I suppose probably not too far from the truth, maybe. I don't know.
And we've got Daryl there saying it never makes sense to me that captains re-rolled applies to them as well.
No, because they're supposed to be pretty elite, aren't they? That's the point.
Yeah. I think what stands out a bit more for me is the likes of an Exalted Champion enabling your Chaos Lord the ability to re-roll wounds, which is bizarre if you think about it. But yeah, to be fair, I was thinking about this on the drive home, and I remember it initially happening and thinking to myself, that's a bit weird. But then since then to now, or since this, I was like, it's just normal. Why wouldn't he re-roll himself? Which is bizarre.
Okay, so Hamish asks, do you think there are any Space Marine units that look weaker after the Codex, ignoring the core rework?
What do you think, Tom? You're the Marines player.
I mean, that is quite a tough question, actually. I mean, I suppose without, I mean, the core thing does. I mean, I know you want to ignore the core part of it, but that's quite a big. I think that is quite a big thing.
Yeah, definitely.
To affect units. I mean, honestly, it's really hard to tell without knowing the cost reworks of a unit.
Well, for argument's sake, shall we say the cost, the points are going to remain the same?
I actually still think Firstborn Marines are pretty big losers still, even if they've got 2 wounds. Mainly because some of the new stuff they've brought out kind of trump them heavily. Taking the heavy intercessors as an example.
Yeah.
You know why? Yeah, they've got 3 wounds. Why? And they're a troop choice. I mean, it makes that Firstborn slot quite a tough one to justify, especially with the weapons that those guys come with as well. It's not even just the unit itself. You know, there's some of the changes for the weapon profiles, and the heavy weapons that they get are pretty brutal in comparison to standard bolters and things like that. So, I mean, I guess the one thing you could say about tactical marines is where they were quite versatile, but now you see that Primaris are getting a very similar versatility added to them. So, you know, that's kind of my thoughts on it.
Yeah, for myself, like as you said, like the core rule is such a massive change, and I think, I'm sorry, I know you said not to mention the core stuff, but I think things like your aggressors are now like suddenly they're taking a bit of a hit. They're still quite powerful, but they're ridiculously powerful with their reroll abilities. And we're assuming here that
how do you know they're not going to be cool, mate?
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm assuming now they're not going to be cool, but who knows? I might turn around and
Games Workshop are going to go, actually, all Marine units are cool.
Oh, yeah, if you play Imperial Fists, they're still cool. Like, no!
We don't know that. That could be quite true in the supplement codexes. If there's a certain strategy a chapter is known for, it might become their core unit. You don't know.
Yeah,
so it's
maybe, or maybe the Imperial Fist, one of the Imperial Fist commanders will enable X to be core.
I wish they'd bring that back. I liked that system where you had to sort of pay a tax to get a. It's like when you got Khan, all the berserkers become troops. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. The Chaos Codex kind of still has that to a degree, but yeah, that was awesome. What else we got there? So Valric Moaned Gooden. Well, I haven't watched Valric stuff on this core stuff, but yeah, once again, if you're that style of player, you're gonna have to rethink your battle plan, really, because a lot of people. So this is going to go back to a slightly different subject here. But I think rule of cool is such an important rule when you're collecting an army, rather than going down the route of, oh, well, these guys are really powerful now in 8th edition. I'm going to buy X because they're brilliant. And then you're just constantly chasing, maybe not consciously, but you are chasing a form of meta where before you might go, well, actually, I really like heavy bolters on my Devastator squad. I know they're not the best thing at the moment. And then suddenly, doing 2 damage each, they've gone up quite significantly. So I think
fire becomes a bigger thing, I think, as
well. Yeah, so I think generally, like when people are collecting an army, just go with what you like. Like, you don't have to go, the rules are brilliant on this. Actually, I really fancy doing this. Like, for instance, I'm doing my Leviathan. I'm doing combat only. Because why not? It's fun. And who knows, at some point, that might be quite an interesting thing to do. So, yeah, I think Valric, I don't know. I don't really watch his videos, but if he's been going, these are really cool at the moment. Rules-wise, I'm going to do all these re-rules, etc. There you go. That's what happens, unfortunately.
Yeah. We got here. We've got we got captains can't buff, so let's go. Yeah, better forces to change Raven Wing. Actually, quick response ring, I presume. Sorry. I think it does make you think about your armies a little bit differently, definitely, which is good. I think anything that encourages more variation in armies that are played, the better. Because seeing cut and paste cookie cutter armies, in my opinion, is one of the most boring things probably about the competitive scene, I think. Yeah, and having played a few tournaments as well, we've been victims and also maybe whatever of seeing you sort of go, oh, I'm playing this guy, he's playing Tau, and my particular experience of playing Tau was quite bad in that one tournament where I played the same army effectively 3 times in a row. And you kind of get that, whereas people, if rules like this change the way people think about the game, and ultimately there'll always be a mathematic best option. Sadly, it's just the rule of games like this, because you're constantly fighting really hard to argue stats sometimes. Certain units go, well, these are going to probably average me X amount of wounds per round, and some people play like that, and that's fair enough, because that is the tournament scene. I think getting that. But it's one of the reasons our tournaments are more based around certain restrictions on armies to
narrative and themed, aren't they?
Exactly.
Because the thing is, like, for Marines, I keep going back to Marines because everyone knows Marines. By the way, I'm not having a dig at Marines. But if you, normally I am, and if Tom goes on call, we definitely are. But
an evening,
I think the thing is, when you go into an event, I'm used to the event because the event is where you can see various players, different armies, whatever. And you go, oh, I'm going to be playing against Blood Angels, or I'm going to play against Space Wolves. And 90% of their army is the same as the previous Marine army that you played. And they just put maybe a token, like, squad of Death Company in, or Sanguinial Guard, or...
just something to...
Yeah, just go, look, I am definitely Blood Angels, but look at all these aggressors I've got here. You're like, oh, come on, man, let's do something a little bit different here. So I think hopefully this will push everyone a little bit more in that direction, that you look at your army, you go, actually, what makes me special? What is good about my particular faction? Like, for instance, now for Black Templars, you have the option of having combat assault intercessors.
Yes.
And you're obviously going to be picking that over your bolter counterparts.
Naturally.
Maybe bolt one, maybe on paper a little bit better than assault ones. I don't know, but I know you as a person, you'll prefer to go with the assault ones.
Yeah, because it's my style of play, and that's if I play, I tend to play my army the way I think they would act, I suppose. And I always see Templars as people who are, not people, superhuman Marines who want to get in your face and dispense the Emperor's justice. But obviously they like their bolters as well. They're not averse to a good bolter drill, But that's so I said it is a lot of it's personal preference. So I'm not having any digs here. Ultimately it depends how you like to play the game, really.
Definitely. I just think it'd be really nice that you do start seeing a bit more variation in armies.
100%.
That you can go, oh wow, look, it's really well themed Raven Guard army, for instance. Look at all these elite guys here, rather than we're just using what everyone else has. Right, so what else we got going on in the chat? So Gavin there is saying, I don't run masses of shield drones in my Tau army. I like the theme of stealth.
It's a good example.
Definitely. Yeah, because like you were saying, when you've played Tau before, it was just drones.
Shield drones and riptides.
Yeah, the way forwards. Perhaps not, but it is nice for an opponent to go, oh cool, we got something a little bit different. I wonder how this is going to work, rather than, oh, this is how this works. I've seen it 3 times.
three times today already.
Yeah,
here they come again.
Yeah. And then you end up correcting your opponent. No, actually, what you should have done is this as well.
Because that's what the other guy did to me.
No, I've just played them a lot today.
I learned a lot in my first 3 games of losing against them. Just do this, you'll win. Fortunately, as Dom knows me, I probably would do that as well.
Yeah. Terrible doubles partner, by the way, Tom.
I'm a fair player. One day I'll win that Sportsman Awards. You never know.
Anyway, we've tried too hard, Tom. We're never going to win it. We're too friendly.
So what you're saying, we need to be a bit more, maybe dickish? Is that what you're saying?
A bit more edgy.
A bit more edgy, yes.
Collars up.
Collars up and pints of something in our hands.
Yeah. So Kieran there, look, there we go. So the kind of people we're embracing here. Goes, I love the Death Guard fluff. So squads of 7 all the way. Yeah. And that's what I think just brilliant. Just if you take that on board.
Oh, I know what we haven't done yet. Anyone who's watching this video, give us a like. Go on, let's see if we can. We're at 5 at the moment. I want to see some likes. Come on. Let's see if we can bust it over 10 again quickly. Come on.
Yeah.
Yes. We like the likes.
And remember, at the end of this stream, there's a chance that I win the lottery. So hang on for that as well.
Oh, we hit 10 straight away. Well done, guys. That's what I like to see. A little bit of likeage. And obviously, of course, if you haven't subscribed, which I'm sure you probably already have, but drop us a subscribe as well. We like that as well. We took quite a nice boost in our subscribers this month, didn't we, Dom?
Yeah. So if you are new, welcome to the party. It's really great to have you guys.
Yes.
And like I said, every time on this stream, we absolutely love doing this stream. It's great, like having to chat with you guys and do a bit of hobby. So yeah, thank you and welcome. Thank you if you're still subscribed for a long time and you're still hanging out.
Again, here is the Discord link once again, just in case someone has missed it higher up in the chat. Please join us because you can come and chat with us and the other guys in the stream, and sort of just get involved with our little, hopefully growing mini community. That's kind of what we're going for, just to bounce ideas off people, show what you're doing, that kind of stuff.
Oh, I've got a Dark Angel head. Got a Dark Angel. I could put that on one of my guys. Also, Captain Jack there goes, World Eaters are great for that. Take World Eaters and get troops. Troop Zerkers, super fluffy. Yes. I love my World Eaters. I normally, when I first started my World Eaters, and I still do, I run them as foot sloggers.
Yes, Dom.
Just because it's more fun, like just running across the board like madmen. Like rhinos, Land Raiders, riding along and getting bolted down, mask, graves. It's great.
It's like playing Templars, mate. That's exactly what happens to mine.
Yeah, exactly. Embrace it.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously we were talking about tournaments, though. We had obviously we had a few. We wanted to go to a couple this year, but it's kind of all obviously gone down the toilet at the moment.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit.
Do you find yourself missing them?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I must admit, I have as quite a lot actually. I've been really wanting to go and just play a good. I don't really mind the scale of it. Even the doubles have been great. I think it's one of those things. It's like when it got took away, essentially, you're like, oh, I really missed going away for a couple of nights and
yeah,
especially the 2-day ones. I mean, I'm a big fan of 2-day events personally. I don't know if you feel the same, but I always find one day is not quite enough to sate the appetite.
Yeah, no, definitely. I was going somewhere with the fam, and I can't remember where we were driving. Anyway, the wife was driving, and I was just looking out the window, and I was thinking, this is normally the way me and Tom go for events.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like...
Where was the last one we went? Was it the Hellstorm one, the last one?
No, Warhammer World.
Oh, we went to Warhammer World as well, didn't we? Yes, sorry, pardon me.
We did the grand tournament.
We did do the grand tournament, yes.
Or was it a better event? I don't remember.
They were quite close together, actually, I think, weren't they?
Yeah. We had a succession of 3 quite close after each other. I think Meta was the last one.
Might have been, actually, yeah.
But yeah, I do miss the events, mainly because, like, you know, we don't tend to be the most competitive players there. Spoiler alert. Although we as a team we do relatively well, don't we?
I think our last team event we did actually rather well. We were very close to actually breaking into that top 3, weren't we?
Yeah, and then we all went a bit wrong against Dark Elder and Chaos Knight. Dark Elder and Knights.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, and all went a bit P-tong. But yeah, I think it's just meeting people. Like, it's always really nice to meet new people or meet people that you've spoken to online in the community. And yeah.
Like I said, hopefully when things get a little bit more back to a normal kind of thing, we obviously when we do our events, we would love to see some of you guys get down there. I mean, I know some of you have got some severe geographical geographical range to get through, but you know, we'll always love to see any of you that can make it down, especially to one of our ones, because it feels like an age since we've run one of our events, which is a real shame because we were just getting into the swing of doing it as well. But luckily, we're not relying on it as a main form of income, so I think we'd be pretty badly screwed.
This is correct. Yeah, so you know, if we do an event, when we do our next event, for any of you people in chat or in our Discord that have travelled the furthest, and you're staying over, we will we'll go out in the evening, go for a meal, a couple of drinks or something as a thank you.
Yes, definitely. And Kieran's just saying he doesn't like Plague Marines and Rhinos. They are meant to slog across. I agree completely. I love foot slogging Death Guard. That is how I play my Death Guard. I mean, obviously, I'm a little bit. I don't tend to use just Plague Marines. I tend to mine is all Blight Lord Terminators, which are fantastic. And hello, Peter.
Hello, Peter.
Haven't heard from you for a while, mate. How are you? Glad you could join us.
Yeah, so David there saying he's on my chainsword for feudal knights, so I'm doing lots of conversions and as many swords as possible. Nice.
Having a tidy. I must admit, actually, we had a bit of a tidy up here this morning and yesterday. Although Vicky did quite a lot of it because I think sadly I was working a bit last night, which was a bit naughty. But because we had the landlady of our block of flats is putting it back on the market again.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so we'll see what happens there. I don't know how that's going to go really at the moment, but I don't know if they're going to be allowed to do viewings.
Well, Tom, let's hope for a bit later on tonight. Win the lottery.
Yeah.
You and Vicky can live in my annex.
And your annex. It better be a big annex.
Or I might get a camper van and you can live in the camper van.
Oh, that is very kind of you. You're making this sound really attractive.
Yeah.
I'll just sleep in the studio that you build. It's fine. It'll probably be nicer than the house anyway.
Oh yeah, it will be. Yeah. Hands down, my studio will be a lot nicer than the place I house my family.
Am I interested in buying the block? No. Bit out of my price range, sadly. It's a block of 6 flats, I think it is, and 5 flats and a couple of commercial buildings. So we're kind of we're on the cusp of thinking of moving anyway. So, but not at the moment. We're a little bit stuck at the moment because of everything that's going on. I don't really fancy it, to be honest. I feel safe and secure where I am at the moment. So,
yeah.
Jack has just posted a picture of what he's working on. Ooh, that looks very nice.
Yeah, so have a look in Discord, people, if you haven't already, or if you enjoyed
Master
this.
of Possession, if I remember correctly. Is that the one? With the big scully staff and flames and stuff coming out of the backpack and things. Is that right?
That sounds like the Master of Possession for your description.
Looks very cool. Do you like my description as well? I thought it was really
good.
Oh,
that's very good, yeah. Quick look. That is Master of Possession, you are correct.
I've got it. See, I can get this chaos stuff down.
Good job, well done. Nice.
Oh. Sharing your painting technique, are you?
I don't know which technique you're talking about. I do talk a lot, and a lot of what I talk is rubbish, so I apologise.
I can vouch for that.
Tried any of my painting techniques, and it's gone horribly wrong.
I didn't realise you taught techniques, mate.
Yeah. Sometimes on the 83rd War Host, I will go through some of my techniques.
Your methodology.
My methodology. Yeah. We talk a little bit here, don't we, about how we paint and approach projects. Like at the moment, I'm going through one of my Chaos bits box. So there you go.
I'm just edge highlighting. It's really fun. I forgot how fun edge highlighting is.
I hate edge highlighting.
So do I. Well, I seem to have done more of this than I remember doing, which is actually quite a positive. Because I need to get these ready for next week, so this is quite a challenge.
I have got a demon print that I could actually.
Is that your Leviathan?
Oh man, I'm still waiting for the arm. I've ordered the arm, it hasn't turned up yet, so hopefully that'll be here soon. I've got a demon prince here that I purchased second hand from a friend of mine. Get on with painting.
Very red.
It's very red, isn't it? It's going to be for my demons as well. So, like, I've already got 2 demons, demon princes for the word there. So it's going to be for my Khorne demons.
Ah.
Because it's got a very cool converted head. I don't know if I can show that on there.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Is that a chain beard or is it just a?
Yeah, chain beard. It's got to be a chain beard if you're doing Khorne demons, especially my Khorne demons. It's got a sword. I don't think I'll spare axe, otherwise I'd do an axe. But swords are cool still.
I don't know. Not for Khorne. They like their axes, mate. Come on, get with the program.
Yes, look, he's in the chat as well. Mr. Lee is the.
Miss your leave. Good to hear you or hear from you. Just realised I haven't seen you for a very long time, buddy. I hope you're doing all right.
So, Tom, what have you finished watching recently? Or are you still watching something?
I finished watching The Fall.
I finished watching The Fall.
And did you enjoy it?
I did enjoy it.
So did I, actually. I was when you mentioned it a few weeks ago, I thought, I'll give it a go. And yes, sorry, yes, Lee, yes, we will hopefully get a catch up soon before we get locked away in our houses again. But yes, it was actually some places it was quite a challenging watch actually. In all seriousness, some interesting subject matter in that series.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I know. I thoroughly enjoyed it actually.
And then I finished watching Death in Paradise as well, so I'm up to date with that. I like a bit of Death in Paradise. It's good, clean, honest British TV, I suppose. It's the best way to look at it, I think.
It is.
And yourself?
It is. Yeah, so I watched that. The Fall. We've been watching a new one on iPlayer where Louis Theroux goes back and talks to people on his program like 20 years ago, a lot of them.
Oh, was that the one with the Westboro Baptist Church people, that thing?
Yeah. So basically he'll pick a subject. For instance, like one episode will be about religion, and then he'll go back to all his episodes in relation to religion of some sort. Kind of like, he doesn't talk to all the people, but he'll talk to some of them. Because obviously some of the episodes like about law and order, and they were on death row, they're dead now. So yeah, I mean it's quite interesting, especially when they go, oh, I remember going, oh, I watched that, and you're like, that's like 17 years old. Oh god. So yeah, it's good.
She seems to get pretty with age, Gillian Anderson.
Yeah. Hello, Underdog Painting. Yeah, Gillian Anderson. We've got a few fans in the chat there.
Yeah.
I can't.
You're not going to disagree, are you? No.
You're all entitled to your views. And also, I watched Staged as well. I think it was Staged or Staging.
I watched that one
with David Tennant.
Oh yeah.
And the other guy, Michael. What's his name? The guy from Good Omens. It's only like 6 episodes. Yeah, Michael Sheen. Yeah, and I really liked it. Oh, it was such good watching. I myself and my wife sat there and we just watched like all the episodes and we're like, oh, we've done it. And I highly recommend it.
Okay,
I don't care. If you're in the chat, don't like it. I really enjoyed it. It's.
How dare you not be governed by other people's opinions?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, that's on iPlayer and Netflix.
We're just doing some advertising now.
Yeah. We need a sponsor.
Come on, Netflix. Come on.
Yeah, standing in the corner bit. Yep. Oh, there's so many funny bits in there. Like the bit where the agent sends them all gifts, and Michael Sheen's like, "Oh, do you get the wine?" And David Sheen's like, "No, what wine?" And you just see him push a bottle just slightly out the webcam. And I was just like, "Yeah, brilliant." Good.
I might try and catch that then. That sounds interesting. yeah, fortunately, the last couple of weeks it's been a bit more of a work-filled couple of weeks for me. So I suffered on the old hobby front and watching things front. So sadly, but that is sort of all winding down a bit now. So I'm looking forward to sort of getting a bit back into the swing of things. Although I've got to get off call first this week, so.
Yeah, exactly. Don't mention work too much, otherwise your phone will ring.
Yeah, but you want that to happen, I thought.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, I do want that to happen. But Marines, I don't think are going to be as much fun to take the mick out of anymore for these core changes. Although we haven't seen the codex yet, so actually I'll hold off on that.
8 wound tactical Marines.
Yeah. Oh wow, these are brilliant.
It's going to be a complete flip. They're going to bring back the firstborn so hard that you're going to be like, oh, who needs these Primaris?
Yeah, exactly. Well, they did up the cost, didn't they? Like,
they had to, didn't they? I suppose, but
what, old Marines?
Yeah, I don't know how old their molds are and stuff like that. It's one of those things, isn't it? I suppose, but
yeah. In the chat there, Captain Jack is going on about a new series of Cobra Kai. Yes, we do need a new series.
I probably should actually finish watching that at some point.
Oh, I'll tell you another good series. I think you did watch it. Was it The Detectorists?
I haven't watched The Detectorists, no.
Watching Staged kind of just gave me like little flashbacks to Detectorists, and it is so good. If you haven't watched it, it's always worth watching. Anyone gets a spare moment and they fancy watching something new where nothing really happens, it's just a couple of guys chatting in a field. Go and watch it.
Isn't that kind of what we're doing?
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, you guys are attracted to that because you're weirdos.
Don't frighten them off. What are you doing?
Sorry.
I've warned you about this. You're terrible.
Before I talk.
Just don't talk.
Okay.
Well, that'd be a weird stream, wouldn't it? Just sitting there, complete silence, just looking at each other. You see, you're doing it right now.
Can't help it, Tom. You've got mesmerising eyes.
I don't know about that. I think you're lying. You just muted yourself.
Just not talking. 47:48. So I'm just doing some sprue cutting.
Oh, you're looking up online, are you?
Yeah.
I hope they're not Necrons.
No, these are Chaos Marines.
What? You don't make Chaos Marines anymore?
It's quite satisfying emptying my cupboard of grey.
About Tom's eyes.
Yeah. Mesmerised.
Sorry. Yeah, just don't look too deep in. It's Oh yeah, my other half Vicky watched Schitt's Creek. Said it was really good. I think she's watched the whole lot already actually. Which is quite impressive because I think there was like 8 seasons of it or something stupid.
What's that all about then?
I'm not really sure. I think it's about a family that gets done out of money and then moves somewhere really thingy. But it's got old what's his face from American Pie in it. Jim's dad. I can't remember his name. Actor's name.
Jim's dad.
Jim's dad. Yeah. It's got Jim's dad in it. There you go. Okay, I seem to have missed a few points of contact with some silver here. I have to go back over that in a minute. That's not good. You won a bunch of awards. What were the awards for, though? Peter, anything interesting? Eugene Levy, that was it. Thank you, Lee.
I'll tell you what's coming out tomorrow. It's that new Sherlock, not Sherlock Holmes. What's the name, Holmes? What is her name?
You have to Google it, mate. Just do it.
The girl from, oh my goodness, Stranger Things and Godzilla. What's her name? And Henry Cavill and some other guy. All right. If anyone can help me here, that'd be ideal.
What we really need is a new. We need the new series of The Witcher. That's what we really need.
Yes, it's true.
Enola?
Like, yeah, that's it. I'm actually looking forward to that. I think it's going to be quite fun. Some good films coming out on Netflix now.
Well, they've got to do it. They can't get them in the cinema anymore. It's interesting because I do see that kind of changing quite a bit. Actually, I think there can be a lot more home pay-to-view stuff. I suspect, because they're not going to be getting massive box office hits at the moment, are they? Let's be honest.
No, I think like on the last stream, I moaned a little bit about. I do moan a lot on this stream, don't I?
Well, you need to get it out somewhere, don't you? Because
I do, yeah. Yeah, the wife just kind of just yells, yeah, all right. Yeah.
He's off again.
But I think I moaned about Mulan.
Oh yes, you were moaning about Mulan last week, I think. Yes.
Yeah. But apparently, it still made a lot of money actually, Mulan, which is quite incredible. Considering I don't think it'd actually make that much. Being a straight to streaming thing.
I think that, like I said, the medium's changing, isn't it, a little bit? I think so. Because if you take away people's ability to go and watch in the cinema, the only option they have is to watch it at home.
This is true, Tom. Yep, that is true.
So that's just the way, isn't it? Though it's just I know it's and the more that becomes an option, I think a lot of people also. I mean, like I said, I'm not adverse to that at all, really. I mean, I like a good trip to a good cinema personally. A drive-in theatre.
Yeah. Apparently there's a drive-in theatre around here somewhere that someone set up. It'd be pretty awesome on my my truck. I can just sit in the back of that. It's quite cool.
Season of the Mandalorian. I never watched the Mandalorian. I need to resubscribe and watch the Mandalorian. I never watched it. I basically went on there and watched a whole bunch of the Clone Wars stuff and then stopped.
And Peter Coleman making a point there. You do make money when you work with the Chinese secret police. Now, see, this is an interesting thing I heard about the Mulan film. Like in Disney films, if they do a real life action film, they tend to thank the particular areas they're in or whatever. The area they filmed Mulan is where they've got some controversial. I don't know if the word prison or camp comes up. Yeah, Disney thanked them in a song. Jeez, that's too much. Yeah, so even then it made money. Print money, don't they, Disney? But Mandalorian, yes, it looks good. I like the way they didn't really give that much away. But yeah, can't wait.
You're going to have to, though, aren't you? Let's be honest.
Well,
Sorry.
It's not, don't wait out. I think it's next month.
Yeah, well.
Is it next month? I think it's next month. I've got the autocannon guy for the Chaos Space Marines I'm putting together here. I might give him
the super cannon thing?
The Reaper auto, not the
chain gun.
No, it's just the Reaper autocannon. This one here.
Oh, you don't want them. They're not good.
So I'm thinking of giving him the World Eater 30k head because it's quite a nice
Berserker head. Come on.
No, not a Berserker head. They're terrible, Thomas.
Yeah, but think about an auto cannon wielding Berserker. I mean, you could like strap an axe to the bottom of it.
Or I could maybe see if that Dark Angel head would look good.
Okay, it's not a Reaper, it's just a normal autocannon.
Oh, normal autocannon. Well, either way,
Sorry, mate.
Yeah, I actually apologise. That was a silly comment to make. Sorry.
Unbelievable. You think you know your army in chaos, and there you are.
Oh, well, I apologise, everybody.
Don't quiz me on anything on my army, please.
Someone asked him a Marine question. Get him!
No! I'm a fraud!
He doesn't even play relatively competitive. He just does it for hobby and fluff purposes.
How dare you!
He's no Valric.
He's no Valric. One day he might watch one of our streams and he'll go, hey, they're talking about me.
Yeah, hang on, I'm Valric.
What is the leadership for Land Raider? 10.
Good cover. Good.
That's a good
Good
guess.
cover there, Tom. Well done.
Good guess. Or if I don't know, if I had a chaplain nearby, I could make it leadership 9 by using its leadership instead. Because you always want lower leadership.
Yeah. What if there's a squad of raptors nearby as well?
Well, if there's a squad of raptors, that'd be -1. If there
Yeah.
was, is it Night Lord raptors
What if
or
they
normal
had?
raptors?
Yeah. What if they had an icon of
Despair.
Yeah.
Well, if
And
they
there were
were,
Night Lord raptors.
well, and if they're within 1 inch, that's -3.
Yeah.
There you go.
How do we get a Lamb Raid to take a leadership test?
You could do it with. I got it wrong. Look at that. It's 9. Unbelievable, Tom. I think I'm going back to the old rules in my head where all vehicles used to be leadership 10.
Unbelievable. I'm sorry, Mr. Blue. He's just.
I'm just not good enough anymore. I think I'm going to quit 40k. Dom, do you want more models?
No, just put them in the bin.
Unbelievable.
Just chuck them all in the bin. Mate.
And there I was going. If I had to leave my models to someone, I was going to pick you, but no, not you anymore.
Oh no! I've ruined it. For
That's it, Lee. Lee, you're getting my models.
In the bin.
In the bin.
Yeah, I'll be like, sorry, Vicky, for your loss. I'm
going to add these into the pyre.
Yeah. I'll take these to Lee and just throw them in the street.
Now you see that Peter is not possible. Unbelievable. If Grimoldus was here, he'd smack you in the face.
Grimoldus.
He's a pro, Grimoldus is. Although I really want him to be Primarisified. I want him on the Rubicon. I'll sell them to Tom. He won't buy them. He's just going, what? Black Templars?
If I thought they were going to get a new home, Tom, I would buy them off Lee and still throw them away.
Unbelievable.
I thought, that guy really wants to play Black Templars. Let me buy them.
You outbid the highest bidder who really wants a Black Templar army.
Yes. Oh, wow.
No way that guy's getting them. He really wants them. I'm putting them in the bin. Screw him.
Yeah.
Lots of basing corpses. There you go, Dom. You could turn each of my marines into the base of your marines.
Primaris are bigger, eh? Wait for this.
I can get 2 of my guys on there. And sell them to Tom as bearer converts. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the worst thought ever. Imagine that. Sort of.
Yeah, we've still got a bit of Mandalorian talk there. Yeah, Pascal because he wanted scenes without helmet. Yeah, that kind of goes against it a little bit, doesn't it?
They're trying to be edgy, aren't they?
Yeah, well, Mandalorian, Tom, because obviously you haven't watched it.
No.
He part of the Mandalorian religion in that series. I'm not going to say the whole Star Wars universe.
They have to wear their helmet, don't they?
Yeah, they have to wear their helmet.
Yes, I know. I actually know that much. Oddly enough.
One episode, he takes his helmet off.
Well, that's. You are talking about his actual head helmet, yes? I'm just.
Yeah, it was his head helmet, not the other helmet was removed.
A BT Renegade for your army, because I don't want any renegades in my army.
I have got a couple of Templar bits in here. Actually, I've got some Templar swords. I think add them as trophies. And I've always said, Tom, if I kill a significant tank of yours, I'd quite like to have a looted version.
Well, you've done that before when I've given you some old guard tanks, haven't you? You made terrain out of it.
I got your old Lamb Raider Crusader. I made an Orc battle wagon.
Oh, that thing was awful. That was the one I painted yellow, wasn't it? when I was doing Imperial Fists for a little time.
Right.
Yes, the bagpipe from Monty Python. Yes. I just imagine them all saying it in unison. That is a flesh wound. Come on then. You want some? Oi, I'm not finished. Although I don't think they would say, should we call it a draw? I don't see a Templar ever saying that.
Next HQ. Next HQ might be a Chaos Lord with some Templar bits on him.
I mean, I actually have my next HQ ready to paint at some point, but it is actually a Firstborn Marine as well.
Oh, wow. Nice.
I think I've got it here, actually. I'll just see if I can find it quickly. Can I leave it up here? Sorry, I am still here, everyone. By the powers of wireless invested in me. No, actually, it must be put away somewhere. But it was one of the reprints they did a little while back with the Power Axe.
Oh, yeah.
Quite cool.
Yeah, the ones that were mail order only.
Yes.
Yeah, nice.
Right, that's edge highlighting round 1 done. Oh, let that dry a little bit.
Guys, if you haven't already, give us a little thumbs up. That'd be much appreciated. It's always really nice. Well,
okay. YouTube Room is always a weird one. Because you always got to ask, well, what's the source? You know, that's the thing. I thought you were grabbing something out of your wall then, Dom.
I've got a mountain of blue tack over there that I just stuck to that cupboard. So when I'm doing some undercoating, I can just get there.
Where's this painting anyway? You haven't done these tonight. These Necrons need starting, mate.
Yeah, well, I've a little preview. I've finished my Great Possessed here, so I'll be doing a video.
Yes.
So they've turned out actually really nice. Once again, like I've said in previous videos, I'll be like, oh, I'm not really too happy about this, but I got round to it, and the overall outcome was they look pretty cool at the end.
The boys. I haven't watched any of the boys yet.
Oh, Tom.
I'm sorry. You know me. I just don't watch that many series. It has to really kind of like grab me in the first 2 episodes, or I'm just not interested. But then you have to get to the point of watching that first 2 episodes as well. So that's my problem.
The Boys is very good. The new season. They're doing 1 episode at a time. They did was it 2 or 3 episodes to start with? And yeah, awesome. I'm enjoying it. There's a scene in there where Homelander imagines something in the last episode, and I was like, oh my goodness, that is brilliant.
Well.
Andy asking, do you think the Necrons from the Indominus box set is a good list? Now, all I have, was that 1,000 points?
I think it's about. No, it's only about 500, isn't it?
It's about 1,000. You get a lot in there.
It's about 500 because I think they made it to it was all equal armies. And I think it was only.
You can't say there's 500 points of Space Marines there.
You can. Don't forget those things were really undercosted. Remember?
Yeah, I think it's 1,000. And there you go, 995.
Okay, fine. All right,
yeah. So 1,000 points. It's a pretty good start, Andy. To be honest, you've got a nice chunk of warriors, some decent characters in there.
Get all the chaff painted out the way.
Yeah, it's quite a cool 1,000 points. To be honest,
I think it's your first warriors in your army as well, isn't it?
Yeah. So my Necron army, I got 3,000 points of Necrons before all this stuff's come out, and I had every other weapon, and I tried to avoid having any kind of Gauss weapon, and unfortunately, I couldn't resist the amazing new models. So yeah,
I mean, even I said I think they look pretty cool. They're much nicer than the previous.
Oh, the old warriors. Oh, jeez, what happened to them? Yeah, they're cool. um, yeah. Be serious. Yeah, you're right. Oh, that was very disappointing. It was only an imagination. Yeah, looking forward to painting new models. They're living in my box over here at the moment. I need to kind of sort everything out in here first before I paint them up nicely.
Yeah, I had a bit of a tidy up last weekend actually in here, just to get everything a little bit more sorted out. Cause, it was mainly because obviously I was coming to play that. Obviously, also just so you were guys, obviously we do apologise for the lack of game last week, which me and Don were very much looking forward to. It is entirely my fault that it didn't happen.
Yeah, we tried, but well, unfortunately, real life gets in the way.
It was, yeah. So, but well, I don't know if we're even going to get one out this week. To be fair, mate, because On Coolness is blocking the filming schedule. So.
Yeah, we'll try and sort something. If not, we've got a big Uber Apocalypse game.
Apocalypse game next week. So we're hoping that'll draw everyone in for a nice little viewing. Praise Lorgar.
Yeah.
I couldn't bring myself to do it. I just couldn't.
Winner.
No, Lorgar was not a winner.
He was a winner.
Where were you when Terra was sieged? Oh, nowhere.
Don't be like this.
You had to get your little special boy, Mr. Oh, what was his name? I've forgotten his name now, so this has turned into a bit of a longer story.
I'm not going to save you.
No, thanks a lot.
I'm not going to jump in and save you, Tom. You carry on.
Oh dear.
Yeah, Guard versus Traitor Guard. Yeah, it was really good fun actually. Hopefully we'll get another one in soon.
Ah yes. It was quite nice to get the old big tank out.
Yeah, that is a very cool tank, isn't it? Actually, I was like, what? It does how much damage?
Well, yeah, it was it's that strength 10 minus 4 AP.
Yep.
And but it's the 2d6 shots, which is the pretty nasty bit about it, I think.
Yeah, very very cool.
So I'm looking forward to maybe getting that out again at some point for a.
Oh yeah,
it might be out. It might be in the Apocalypse game. I haven't decided yet. Yeah, I think your Minotaur is always quite disappointing in a very sad kind of way, personally.
Oh, Tom, it's not disappointing. It either pays off big or nothing. So yeah, it's a bit inconsistent, unfortunately.
Some might say disappointing. It's like whenever I try and do something with like the Emperor's Champion, this is really cool, and then like a Demon Prince smashes his face in. This is your job. Why can't you do it?
You just get killed every time. Yeah, poor old Emperor's Champion. He's got a couple of great possessed to look out for now.
What's that? Great possessed. Oh, don't worry, he'll be looking out for them.
Yeah, he will.
As the sword goes down their throat.
Oh my goodness.
That's right.
Do
catch you on the way out, boy. We had to organise an Apocalypse game with some other people again at some point as well.
Yeah.
Some of those ones we used to do. The fun, those fun events we used to have.
Back in the day, eh? What was that all about? When we used to be able to gather in more than 6 people.
Yes.
For a global pandemic.
I still remember one of my favourite ones was that one we had on my dad's back patio in the sun, and then Gavin came over and did a barbecue.
Yeah, that was a good one. Come on, I've got so many. Oh right, yeah.
Oh,
Sorry,
he's got lost in his own models.
No, I've got an extra backpack here, and I was like, why have I got an extra backpack?
Just finished painting a Dark Empyrean Hellbrute. It's been on your shelf. Yeah, I've got a few models like that, I must admit. I've got one over here that Dom bought me about 3 Christmases ago that's still not quite finished yet. Can you remember what it is?
The Hunter.
It is the Hunter, yes.
Yeah,
okay, come on, look. Who has used a hunter in a Space Marine list? Come on. And this is you know me. I like collecting all the models. And say this is not that I don't want the model in all seriousness, but it's a weird one to fit into a list.
Right. Well, I'm going to look up the rules for a hunter right now on the app, and I'll tell you how good it is.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Right. He's quite like this actually.
Oh, come on. Oh, here we go.
I got your weaponsmith for your Grey Knights, and like that took you a long time to put together.
Weaponsmith?
Yeah, the little chimp.
Oh, the Chikero?
Yeah.
I didn't really have to put him together, to be fair. He was a single model.
Well, sorry to put some paint on him. I mean, he's an orangutan, Tom. It doesn't take much to put orange on, does it? Right. Oh, jeez. I'm on the Games Workshop app.
Yeah, good luck with that, mate. I could have just got the book. It's right behind me.
No, I'm gonna find it here. Jeez. Yeah, I forgot I had so many.
Actually, I think my Jacaro is just over here. Actually, let me see if I can. Did I leave him on here, or did I? Oh no, I think I moved him somewhere. Oh, that's a shame. Oh no, he's here. Here he is.
Oh, here it's the hunter. Yeah, exactly. Well, put a bit of an orange on him.
I'll tell you what. I'll take a.
I also got him. I got Tom like a load of orc big mechs, and that took him a couple of years to do.
They're still not. They're here.
Oh, hang on. Whoa, what?
They're literally right here, actually.
Are they painted?
Yeah, I went with a grey scheme.
See what I mean? This is like it's unbelievable. It's actually a bit hurtful.
Oh, but they're not big mechs. They're just mechs.
Oh, well, I do apologise.
No. That's I want them. I'm just saying they're not big mechs.
Right, I'm looking up the rules for this hunter thing. Wow, it's good so far. Right, so you've got the Sky Spear missile launcher.
Yep.
Ooh. Range 60, heavy 1, strength 9, AP -3, D6 damage.
How many shots is that, Dom?
That's heavy 1.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Big Mech Dan. Good to see you. Welcome to the party.
Oh,
We're
hey,
going
Mr.
through
Dunskull. Thank you for joining us.
how good the hunter is.
Thank you, Andy. I agree with that as well.
Okay, so when resolving an attack made with this weapon, you can re-roll the hit roll. And you don't think that's good enough, you can add 1 to the hit roll if the target can fly.
Great.
Okay? So, there you go. It's not
if anyone does want to see my Jacaro weaponsmith, I have posted my Discord link there, and I have posted a picture in the... Well, when was the last time you actually saw a Jacaro?
Oh, dear. Yeah, so I'm just going to lay it thick here. So, Big Mick, Dan, welcome.
Yes.
We're just going through all the things I've purchased Tom in the past, all the models that he's never made or painted or bothered finish painting.
Now, that's not. This is not fair. This is very unfair. Yeah. Oh dear.
You know, sad times.
I mean, do you know what? That's it. Where is it?
What are you going to do?
Right. Okay.
Here we go. Yes. It worked. Well done, everybody.
There's quite a serious bit of dust on this.
Get the dust off there, Tom.
And thank you, Martin Lynn. That he says it's adorable. My little model, my little orange Jacaro. You see, he's like a little mascot. I mean, speaking of other models that you never end up using a lot, I'll tell you, I've got another one over here.
It's going to be another one of mine, isn't it?
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's Inquisitor Greyfax from the from the Triumvirate of for the Imperium when they did the what was that series bloody well called again?
The thingy of what's it?
The Fall of Cadia. That was the one.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, yes, I do apologise for the models that you have purchased me and I haven't quite finished. It's never intentional. It's always on purpose. No?
What? Yeah. What's the actual Thomas?
But no, he's going on the tray. You never know. He might look. Do you know what though, Dom? I even used one of my very rare left, Black Templar bits on the chassis. See, he's got a little thing on the front. See?
Oh, there you go. You've dedicated yourself. Haven't you? That's nice. Well done. I like that.
I'm trying to think if there's anything I bought you and you haven't painted now.
No, nothing. I've painted everything you've given me, Thomas.
I don't know. I'm thinking now. Ah, Leviathan. That's still not been painted, is it?
Jeez, look. It's right here.
It's not even assembled.
I have been working on that. And that's a very recent.
I spent my cold hard cash on making games, making Forge. I'll make the mistake of shipping the wrong order. And
yeah, Mr. Blue, you are right. Tom will now have to bring the.
Yeah, I know. I kind of have to now. This is all
bring
gone.
the Hunter the Apocalypse game. He is in my bids cupboard.
Oh, is he? So, why is he not painted then? Come on.
Because when was the last time we played 30k? Yeah.
That's. Oh, I just thought of another model that I've had for a very long time that I haven't painted. Old Hector Rex.
Yeah.
I actually really like that model as well. It's really Oh, was that someone?
Yeah. Jeez, there's so many nice models out there. That's the problem.
Ah, yeah, that Hellbrute looks really nice. 5 years on the shelf, ready to use. Much like the Stalker's tank. Dom loves Hellbrutes, by the way. I'd say it's probably one of his most favourite Chaos units.
I got some Hellbrutes.
Yeah, I said you really like them. You use them a lot.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, I tell you what, I played Emperor's Children before. And, I don't know if it's the Hellbrute or the Chaos Dreadnought, but that had some sonic weapons on it. And it was horrible. Kept shooting my knights. Oh, geez.
Yeah, I just had a look, Andy. Look, that Hellbrute looks really cool.
I'll go and check it out later, Andy.
Later?
Yeah.
How about right now?
Click on the 4 frames.
Unbelievable.
Right, here we go. I'm not going to lie to you, Tom. Sometimes it's a bit of a struggle to get back to where I'm meant to be on Discord. I'm not quite savvy with it. Oh, very cool.
That doesn't shock me. I'm telling you what's
Oh, hang on. What's that? What's that in the background, Andy? What are those doing down there? What's going on? You don't work for Games Workshop, Andy. You haven't got to put up teasers in the background. Ooh, potato cam.
Maybe that's how we should start photographing some of our miniatures during the week, is using like the worst camera settings that we can find.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Tom. Sometimes I take pictures of my models and I do feel I'm using potato camera. I'll just start. It's hard work sometimes. I know people go, oh, you just need to do this. And I'll tell you what, you don't. You just need a brand new camera or some new models.
Some new models? No matter what angle I photo this model at, it looks horrible. I don't know if it's the paint job or just my...
Well, sometimes, yeah, I'm taking photos and I'm just like, why is it not? I mean, it looks better than it does in the pictures, but how can I portray how good it looks in a photo? I'm sure other people have this issue, especially those with Instagram.
Everyone's going to be like, no, all my pictures come out perfectly. I mean, I know I do. I even if I don't like a model, I always put it up because I feel that's quite an important part about accepting your painting.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's one of those.
That's one of those things that I've always, because I used to be really conscious about my own painting and sort of ripping on it quite a bit, and then you realise actually you're not as bad as you think you are sometimes. I mean, sometimes yes, you have those. you have those
sometimes,
models.
Yes, you are as bad as you think you are.
But then you look at it and you're like, oh my god, what have I done?
Yeah, definitely. I think the problem is like with social media, like especially Instagram,
Oh, Instagram's.
You look at the pictures and you're like, wow, that is absolutely amazing. I will never be able to achieve anything that's going on in that model. Yeah. Put it back into the paint strip.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, but then you also get the obviously with the wide prevalence of the internet, I love the obviously you sometimes get trolls. I don't know if you've heard of these people, Dom, where they may where they may put up a picture of a model and go, first job, I think it's really good, and you know, some of them are genuine. Obviously, some of them are going, this is my first. But yeah, sometimes you get the ones that are obviously trolling a little bit, and they've decided that they're going to pro paint their model with 4,000 different colours, as thick as 2 inches thick, like the Screaming Marine out of that. Clarence.
Yeah, it's quite an intimidating thing though. Like I don't tend to. I put things on Instagram. I don't think I'd be. I don't think I'll put much on Facebook, like in a 40k group. I could do without the rejection, to be honest. In my life.
Rejection. 0 likes.
Yeah, exactly. 0 likes. Yeah, so I'm happy with what I do.
I think that is the key to painting, is to be happy with what you can achieve, and don't let other things influence you too much. I mean, you over the years you learn more and more as you paint, in my opinion, and especially, and ultimately it does come down to a steady hand and not rushing. I think that's the other thing. I mean, I can be a bit guilty of rushing sometimes. That's one of my flaws. Sometimes that does work for me depending on the model I'm painting. I find now that Primaris are much easier to paint than a standard, size Marine now. In all seriousness, that's probably just the old eyesight going in the age,
Primaris are easier.
Sorry, mate.
You say Primaris are easier?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's mainly because the edges are much more defined, and when you compare them to a firstborn style Marine, getting a thin tip brush into various locations on that are actually quite irritating to do, I find. Hoarding and the lack of time. Hoarding is a big aspect of the hobby, which is a problem. Yep, I'm very guilty of hoarding sometimes, and that's why I actually haven't bought a proper new model since the Indomitus set now, I think. Yeah, I've held off. I'm looking. I said I've got so much to paint. I just need to actually concentrate on finishing stuff now, because when you look at everything you have, it does get a little bit got to do all that, have I? And that is that can be, unfortunately, it's the way I paint. That's how I feel a lot of the time, because it's I tend to batch paint my models in large batches. So, but then equally, if you can get through the first few stages and you turn to your kind of halfway done part, you're like, oh, I've actually done quite a bit here. This is good.
Yeah, I mean, like at the moment, my Chaos Marines, I'm working on the last 5 Marines here. I've got the Leviathan. I've got my other Master Possession, and I've got an abundance of unpainted cultists. But I generally have them for a rainy day if I want to make some cultists. Also have like 7,000 points in Necrons. But except for that, I haven't got that much at the moment.
As he buys some more models for his work bearers.
It's I'm sure you have this, Tom, and I'm sure everyone in the chat has this, where you think like, I really could do with.
I really could do. That sentence alone, I really could do with one of them.
Why do I need that? I've got an abundance of models that I've got to try and clear, and it's not going to help. So I'm really at the moment trying to be really good and not order anything that I need to order.
Same.
Which is very hard, especially with all the Necron stuff looming over. But once again, like I said, I've got 3,000 points painted. I've probably got 3,000 points unpainted. I don't need to buy anything else for now, but I will.
Right. That is
what's everyone else's cupboards of shame look like?
Everyone likes a good cupboard of Shane. Shane?
Who's Shane?
I don't know.
Shane in a cupboard.
Shane in a cupboard. Oh, we do have a Shane at work. I haven't put him in a cupboard though. That would be rather mean. He's only just started with us, so you don't quite upgrade yourself to cupboard boy in the first month of employment.
Yeah, cupboard boy. Hang on. Yeah, the Fortress of Redemption is looking amazing, by the way. Really impressed.
I saw that earlier on. That actually, I happened to glance that on my second break, and it actually, I brought a smile to my face. So thank you for that, because it did look really cool. It made me want to go back and redo mine again.
Yeah, terrain is one of those things that it's really hard to motivate yourself to do.
Terrain is a mindset thing, 100%. It's because you're like, especially the thing about terrain actually is you look at it and you go, I'm not going to use that every time I put something on the board. You know, that's just quite a big thing.
Which I try to. Tom, look, you can just see in the background there. I've got my my Chaos Stargate, which is going to be for our battlefield.
Oh, is that for our one?
Yeah.
What, you're bringing terrain over for the Apocalypse game. I really don't need you to, mate.
Oh no! I meant the game we were going to have the other day.
The Sisters versus
Demons.
Demons. Oh, hopefully we can still do that, mate. I actually really would like to do that.
Yeah, it'll stay here. I don't think I'll be bringing terrain.
No, not with the additional boxes I have behind me here.
Yeah, so what's everyone got in there? Should do, Paul. Yeah, Daryl, we always know you've got a lot of models in your pile of shame. You need to sort that out. I mean, it's not good. Mr. Blue, 100 Chaos Marines. Jeez!
That sounds like my kind of... find it quite therapeutic to have a break from it. Yeah, I said, I mean, I'm actually just about to come here behind because obviously we had this lovely box of terrain here, Dom. And I don't know if you've actually had a chance to you didn't have a chance to look through it, did you?
No. Shall we do it live?
Well, I'm going to. I'm going to get this box here because there's actually some interesting pieces in here. First of all,
yeah, terrain.
Yeah, this little beauty.
Maybe we should go for a box every episode.
Go for a box. So I'm actually, this one's unpainted. Well, not sadly. I mean, I can make it match what we've got, which is good. But what was quite cool in this one here, we have all these lovely, these nice craters. Lots of there's about 20. Not 20. Well, actually, there might be 20. There's actually quite a lot in here. The nice thing is, because to expand our ruins out, we have some more of these like little.
Cool. Yeah, we've already got. So this is all donated by a friend of ours, and he has donated several boxes for me as well down here.
Oh, you had some as well, did you? Or was that?
No, it's a previous.
Oh, that's the previous one. Because basically, Dom's run out of space at his, and so have I. So we always, whenever someone offers, we're like, "Who's going to take this lot?"
Because the thing is, like, when we're hosting our event, we like to kind of give people a bit of an amazing experience when it comes to terrain. That you've kind of got something a bit different.
No, this is quite a nice piece. See?
Yeah, that's quite cool. I like that.
It's got the Imperial Eagle glued on.
Yeah. Oh, Martin there's going on about what he's got in his box.
And then I've got this beast in here as well.
Nice.
Some propaganda on the...
for a nice word bearer table if ever I've seen one.
There's the inside. Quite a nice little...
jungle one over there.
So there's not too much work that needs doing on it. I know it might need a little tidy up here and there, but nothing too serious, which is nice. So that's box number 1.
Ooh,
I've now got to put it back in without breaking any of it. Come on, we can do this. And a couple of little bits by the way as well. Nice little... Because I don't think you can get this anymore, can you? Actually, this is the sector stuff anymore. I think that's all been it's been discontinued.
No, I'll tell you what. I was looking the other day at the chapel one you just showed a minute ago.
Yeah.
And you can't get that anymore either.
No, admittedly, I do quite like because I've actually still got a few pieces of this stuff to do from the. Was that what box set was that from?
The Kill Team one.
Kill Team box, that's the one. Yes, and obviously I did buy one of the bigger, but they're actually quite nice. I do enjoy them. Is that the Shrine of Aquila kit? Yeah, I think so. Yes, I think you get that corner piece of the Shrine of Aquila. I think there was 2 kits that in here. Oh dear, I've made a mistake.
What have you done, Thomas?
Come on.
You're breaking it.
No. I realised I'd packed it incorrectly, so I wasn't going to get it all back in.
Oh, pipes! What pipes have they stopped? The standard Promethean one.
Well, they said that they're now they've got them inside the starter sets now, haven't they?
That's a different one.
I think that's the Aquila one there. I think that is the full Aquila one there. That's what you get at the corner piece, basically. I suspect the person who had this was going to make a dual-sided piece of it by the looks of the way they've configured it. So I think that's probably what the intention was. So okay.
Yeah, the new pipes. I think they're snap it, aren't they? I quite like the old pipes. I've still got quite a few of those.
The Promethean. You mean the Promethean ones, yeah?
Yeah, well, there's new ones, isn't there? The new snap fit ones.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, okay, fine. I didn't know there's a snap fit.
They've changed.
And now for the order viewing pleasure, we'll have box number 2. This has got some slightly more interesting pieces in it. So we have this one, which is also, looks like it's been scratch built.
Okay.
It's a nice little kind of bunker-esque thing.
Quite cool.
We have a little.
I like that. It's quite cool.
Foam little bunker.
Bunker.
And then we have some. I think this looks quite old school, like old school Warhammer.
Yeah.
So it's got a nice. It's actually really quite cool. I really like that one.
Yeah. It's a bit different as well. You got kind of like when I look at the terrain, sometimes you got to think like Galaxy's huge, isn't it? So
got a lot of different styles of building. Which is that's got some pretty heavy. I think Blood Angel symbols in it. And then, of course, I'm actually going to do something to this one, by the way. I decide I'm going to try and fill that thing up with proper glossy liquid because I think it would look quite cool. Because it's got like a very, it's got the it's got like that there already, but it's not been, the base hasn't been filled. But I think that looked quite cool if you just filled it with maybe one of the water effect things. Look quite cool.
Maybe a couple of floating bodies in there, mate. That'd be quite cool.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that much detail.
And here, I'm not going to get all this out because this is all basically corners of the. Well, yeah, it's this kind of stuff. You know, it's all little bits like this. So there's quite a lot in there. But, so we've got a nice little selection actually.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to incorporating that into our, because basically me and Don were talking the other week about getting together, getting our terrain together, and kind of, because a lot of it we've bought together. To be fair, you know, there are a few pieces we bought individually, but actually overall we bought most of it as joint purchases, and we'll say, right, you take this lot home, I'll do this, and so on and so on. And we sort of, because the nice thing about that is you get a different style as well for each type of terrain, because we don't tend to paint the same board, do we? We tend to try and match it.
Yeah, I think the thing about having terrain is that you want to have some that fits the board in question. For instance, you've got your snowboard, so you'd have certain snow terrain, but you'd also have bits of terrain that can go from board to board.
Yes.
These bits can go on this one, or this one, or this one.
Especially on an apocalypse board, that's quite important.
Yes.
Right, what's that?
I think it's that time of the night, Tom, where we all tune in to see if Dominic has won the lottery.
Yeah, let's do that. And then, unfortunately, I think I'll have to maybe wrap it up in a minute as well, my friend. Let's see what Dom's got for us. Come on. Drum roll.
All right, hang on 1 second. Dave, are you still there? If you are still there,
it's time.
It's time.
And obviously, just at the end of the night, if anyone still hasn't popped into the old Discord, feel free to right there. And join us. I'll make you up to a member so you can sort of see our hidden areas. You had to make it dirty, Dom. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, smart cells. Yeah.
Not our smart, I don't think.
No.
Aha, we have someone. There we go. Let's drop you in.
Right, here we go.
Welcome, Vlad R. I don't know who you are in the stream chat unless you've got the same name, but welcome. Always good to have another member to the fold of Black Toe Studios. Don't do it. Dom, what are you doing? This is getting embarrassing now.
Oh no, sorry, I got two.
PTM is Vlad R. Okay, well, welcome.
Right, here we go. Number 16. Oh, we got 16. Oh, that's a good start. 25. Okay, well, that's on a separate line. I'm sure that still adds up to a victory. 28. No. Oh no. Back to work tomorrow.
Hope your boss doesn't watch this stream.
Well, that's rubbish, isn't it?
Well, sorry, I don't know what to say.
Sorry, Dave. We've got to go to work tomorrow, mate. But guys, carry on watching this because one day we're going to have that.
It'll be amazing, and there'll be like streamers and everything.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to rig something up in every room that I have after the stream just to make sure I have the button, the lottery win button. I'll just smash it, and then the lights go flashing, and then like there's a couple of party poppers fly over my head.
That was my work syndicate one.
Oh, you got your own one as well.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do a Black Toe Studio one, Dom.
Maybe we should.
Just for the stream.
So I won a little bit on Saturday.
Oh really?
Saturday, Friday. So I just bought 2 more tickets for today.
Ah.
So,
your rollover special.
Bad, isn't it? Yeah. Well. No. Yeah, guys. I hope you enjoyed that.
Yes, I will try to remember to do that actually, Martin. You just messaged me in chat say about the shields. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I will try and do that actually. I keep forgetting to do that. Got them here actually. I might just let's have a look. Let's see what I can do here. This is if this doesn't work. Give that a go.
Right, I'm going to paint. I'll paint some stuff. But look, a big bag of chaos. What's going on here? Where do all these guys come from? I wanted the Chosen with the Power Fist. Cool. I don't know if anyone remembers the guy from the previous box set.
From the previous box set? Oh.
Yeah.
The Shadow Spear?
No, not Shadow Spear. What was the previous one before that called? With Dark Angels?
Dark Imperium?
No, that was the one with Death Guard.
Something Assault?
I can't remember. Someone in the chat remember if you can.
Dark Imperium? It was Dark Imperium.
No. Dark Imperium was the one with Death Guard, wasn't it?
No.
Wasn't it?
No. Don't think so.
The one with the Hellbrute, when they first released the Hellbrute, the plastic Hellbrute. Either way, I really like the look of this guy.
Either way, this is what you got.
Dark Vengeance.
There you go. That's the one.
Yeah, and he's going to be doing
it's Dark something apparently. That's their naming scheme.
That's how Games Workshop works, isn't it? They've got like certain words they've got to try and pop in. Dark something. Yeah, makes you think quite nicely, I think.
Let's put this into general chat. This might not be the best photo. I can have another crack at it if it doesn't work.
I don't know how everyone else feels about it, but I always like an underslung someone like with a bolter like on a sling or something like that. I quite like that look. I think it's quite cool.
There we go. There's a couple. Right, anyway, I'm afraid that is going to have to be the end for us, I think, Dom, unless you want to continue on your own, although you'll have to get your own server set up and do it all yourself, so...
Are you just saying it's the end? Is that what you're...
I mean, I do apologise, everyone, but I'm unfortunately quite tired.
Yeah, we're getting on a bit, guys. And yeah. Tom,
Go on, get out of your system.
With his lifestyle, it's not...
With my lifestyle? I think my work-life balance is the problem, not necessarily my lifestyle.
But as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you're all giving us a thumbs up and giving us a thumbs down. Well, that's something.
Has someone given us thumbs downs?
No, not today. They haven't.
Not today. Oh, someone's going to do it now. You know that. We'll see a like go to 15.
Guys, don't be that person. Keep the thumbs up, and remember to share us about like. Your favourite person.
Oh dear. I can see. Do you know what I see every time we do one of these? I think we're gradually sort of getting towards doing all the stuff we normally say, which we wouldn't say on camera, which is quite amusing. Just little things sneaking in, a bit like your little thing sneaking. Yeah.
Well, guys, below there is a link to Goblin Gaming, one of our fine sponsors.
Yes.
And I mean, they only give us so much stuff. I mean, it's going to be my Goblin Gaming.
I'm not animating that for an advert. You can. That's not happening.
So anyway, the link below will enable you to buy some fine hobby
products. Yes.
What that link does is our affiliate link. So every time you purchase something off of that link, we get a tiny bit of money back, and that money obviously goes towards the channel. There's our only form of income from the.
Stop. Sorry, it's our only form of income.
Only form of income. We've got to raise money to get back in the house. So where was I? Sorry, yeah, it's our only form of income from the channel. So if you do want to buy yourself some nice hobby stuff, because why wouldn't you? We're all here for the same reason. Go click on there, buy yourself something pretty, or buy your friends something pretty, or your spouse, or your kids. Buy them something nice, hobby related, using that link below, and we'll get a little bit of money back. So everyone's happy, including us. And yeah, it's all good stuff.
Yeah. So.
Good question, Captain Jack.
It's anything
it can be
from this.
Anything, as long as you're using that link below. You don't have to buy Warhammer stuff.
If you click the link, log in, that is all you need to do. And it should then commission it over. So it's not just 40k stuff. No, it's anything bought from them. So.
I think except gift vouchers.
Yeah, well, that would make sense because you could technically buy the gift voucher and then, I don't know, then spend the gift voucher for more. for more points back. You could rig that a little bit, I suppose.
And Andy, you're either late to replying, but you cannot buy Dark Vengeance from Goblin Gaming anymore. That has gone.
Oh, yeah, a little tip for that. Oh, sorry to hear that. I mean, I've had nothing but good experiences with Goblin, but ultimately, it can't be 100% correct for everyone. So at the end of the day, it's just the way it is. Yeah.
Yeah. We all had certain instances where you fall out with that.
So anyway, thank you all for watching, and we will hopefully catch you all next week. And don't forget, Apocalypse is coming. Him versus me. So that's it. So hopefully we will see you all next week. Yes?
Yeah. Take care, guys, and look after yourselves. And toodaloo for now.
Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.